Hello, and welcome to the Daily Life Uncut, day 63. As you can see, a couple things that are different. I got my hair cut once again. Um, just in case, if you see most of my videos and stuff, I'd like to let you know. I know it looks a little different and weird now. I am having a goal, so to speak, with my hair. I do want it to get a certain length before my hair grows weirdly. The sides grow quicker than the top of my hair, so I want to go ahead and have the top grow long enough, and then that way, when I'm ready to grow out the sides, that the sides will, be able to catch up, and they'll catch up pretty quickly because my hair does grow pretty fast. So I thought that would be, acceptable, so to speak. So I'll live with this hairstyle for a little while. It's not too bad. And I'll eventually get to where I want to be. And if it doesn't look right, then I'll probably end up chopping it off and starting it all over again. Probably something different. And also, as you could tell, just by me moving my head around when I'm speaking, I have a small ear infection. I decided that, my ear was itching, and I was just like, well, I'm going to itch my ear. So I itched my ear, and it got clogged up and got really bad, and I was just like, oh, great. Now I have to put peroxide and ear medicine and stuff like that in there to make it better. I don't know why I shared that with you, so to speak, but whatever. So, a couple interesting things today. I went to the store, and at the store I got a set of coasters. Okay, and I don't want to show it just in case if it might bite me in the butt later on. But, so I went to this store, and it had a thing of cellophane wrap around a set of 6 coasters. That was $4 and some change. Now, I did the right thing in going ahead and I picked it up because that's what I wanted. I wanted it for my new desk so that way nothing gets scratched or anything upon it. Which makes sense. So I pick them up, I put them in my cart, and I go to check out, and I get home and stuff like that, and I go to unwrap the coasters, and I counted it, and there's 12 coasters. 2 carrier things for it, 2 different bags from what I saw, and I was just like, oh, crap. I was like, welp, I got 12 coasters. Great. So I guess it's kind of an added bonus for a dumb stalker who decides to not do their job correctly, I guess. So, yay for me. I did something good. Other than that, really nothing much happened today. Played some video games, played more Dying Light. Can't get enough of that game. That game is just amazing. I'm 92% through with the story, but I'm still doing a abundance of side missions and stuff, and I'm really considering grabbing that season pass so that way I can get the extra missions to do, when I'm finished with the story. I'm really considering that might be a good, feasible idea. I really don't care about the extra weapons because the extra weapons are probably going to be either overpowered or very underpowered because they wanted you to get them early on in the game. So it's really hard to decide whether or not which one you really want. But it's just something I'll probably end up having to suck up and just deal with. So other than that, today's really just been a slow day. Really nothing great, like I said. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Nothing special, nothing great, but a couple little funny things, insiders and stuff. I also, one thing else I want to talk to you guys about. So I saw on, Universal's official YouTube that Halloween Horror Nights, is their 25th anniversary is going on this year, which I knew about because I was a part of their event last year. I was in the Walking Dead house. I was the big cart pusher that pushed 5 mannequins on a flatbed. That was my job. I pushed them back and forth. And at that point, I was working with one of the, another character, as we call ourselves. We're not actors, we're scare actors. And what Universal and everybody pretty much calls us. So, our job was basically to push a button, which was our trigger, that triggered our sound and our lights and stuff. We push it out, push it back. Now, I think that it was hilarious because that cart used to get off track all the time. For some reason, they didn't want it to be like a free cart and just move back and forth. And I guess they thought that we would hit it against the walls or make it fall or just like damage property around it or something like that. So they put it on a track because it makes sense. I guess it's considered a puppeteering role. It was my first year doing the event, so I have done puppeteering experience and stuff before, but I've never done nothing quite to that caliber. So it was great. So now, the event last year, which is why I brought it up, was, I think it was like 20, maybe 25 days. They added some more days and stuff like that later, so I think it was more like 30 days. Well, this year, they're going right off the bat and saying, we're going to have 30 days. So select nights between the 18th of September and the 1st of November with all various different types of times and stuff like that. The whole calendar, the ticket pricing, all that stuff is a very complicated thing if you don't know what you're talking about. And I'll explain it, closer towards the day, because it might be whether or not I actually get it this year or if I decide to kind of retire without me actually saying I'm going to retire, so to speak. But usually, people that do it the first year usually get back, the next year and so forth. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with that and what, is pulled forward. So it'll be really exciting. I can't wait. So a couple of things like that. I this is one of the best groups of people that I've ever worked with and worked for. I felt more at home working with Universal than I did with another big company. Yeah. So if you know what I'm talking about, that's there. So I've just enjoyed it. And now, come to think of it, I've got a great, exciting edition of what in the next coming weeks that we're going to go ahead and do for a video. Yep, came to me. All right, awesome. I'm so glad I thought about that. Thank you, myself. Anyway, so, wow, I did not realize that this video is 8 minutes long. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and let you go for the night, and we will talk again tomorrow. This is the Daily Life Uncut. We're at day 63. And as always, it's my journey.